Let me see what we have.
This is going to be a wing one. This is a wingy one. Little wingy.
Winging it.
Just a little bit.
Winging it just a little bit, like a song. Winging it.
Because we're live right
Just
now, right?
a little bit.
If you're singing, I know we're live. That's what I'm hearing. Right? Is that the way it works?
No, we're not.
Dave's singing, we're live.
We're winging it just a little bit. Karaoke Kicks is on the menu there. Their name is Valerie. Thank you so much for the XRP shirts.
Yeah.
We got Valerie.
Little inside joke there, Val. I think you got it. I got it.
All right. We are what I believe to be live. I'm so happy my wife is watching. Wiggle it just a little bit. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Intro to Crypto. Live with you Monday. Sitting with me, Mr. Michael Cristoforo. David Lamel here. Thank you so much for joining us again today. We love, I'll get the comment section up here. Love being a part of your weeks and your nights and your days. We're having a lot of fun doing this, and we're learning a lot together. We're wiggling just a little bit. We are wearing our XRP shirts today. And we are going to talk about a whole different element of crypto. Specifically, we're going to talk about something that we have maybe briefed about in the past, but we're going to kind of focus a little bit more specifically on it. And that is HBAR, HBAR, also known as Hedera hash graph. Correct?
Correct.
All right. Before we get started, as always, remember, we are not giving financial advice. We are your friends in real estate, agent, real estate, mortgage broker. We are here to educate you about what's going on in the world in crypto. It's important to learn about these different cryptos because there's many things out there for you to learn about. Invest in. You do your research always. Spend some time listening and learning. I know Carmine out there is definitely doing it. He's learning about crypto. I hope he's teaching his mom about crypto. And we're getting things done because by you learning and you listening, your future is open. Lots of opportunities here. Lots of amazing opportunity for life and future changing, right?
Absolutely.
So while we're here talking, we are going to start with the HBAR.
Before you go right to the HBAR,
yes.
Real quick, we did mention that we were going to talk about staking.
We did mention we were talking about staking.
And to be perfectly honest with you, after doing a little bit of research, people, it's pretty damn complicated.
It's a lot of very deep dive, heavy information.
Very heavy.
And for us to be talking about staking, it would be not in our best interest for you because it's something that is very deep in conversation. But what basically staking is, where you can take your crypto and earn more crypto on it on different platforms based on how much you have and what they're offering for percentage. Is that a very clean?
I think that's all safe to say.
Yeah.
I used to do a lot with staking, through one exchange. It was BitTrue. Before America basically made BitTrue illegal in America, but BitTrue was great because I would put in all my HBAR, I'd put in my XRP, I'd put in all my various tokens, and I'd earn off of that. And it was pretty much risk-free. I never lost any of it except for one hack. Never lost any of it. So it was something worthwhile.
You have the Flare network, which is a big one. Flare.
Yeah, Flare's going to come out.
And
Flare's going to come out. It's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge.
But it's not something that I personally am going to be running in to do right away, personally.
Right.
And I don't recommend any of our new people that are relatively new to be running into doing this kind of stuff. And eventually,
staking, you're talking about
specifically.
Yes.
With stake.
Listen, on different kind of. By the way, on our link below, and you watch our streaming live over here. There are a couple links there for you to possibly want to click on. There is one for Uphold, which is a platform we recommend. We like a lot. Very, very secure. Very great. Very nice. If you do click on the link and you do use Uphold through that link, you're going to get $20 worth of Bitcoin free as a referral from us to you. We also get a $20 Bitcoin as well, which is nice. It's free, but $20 worth of Bitcoin is 0.000000001 of Bitcoin. But the point is, it's free and it's nice. So the Uphold app, which is great, very secure. They also have staking on the Uphold app with a lot of great cryptos. And the second thing is you have the Decent wallet, which is a cold storage wallet, which is very important to have. The Decent Wallet is, we'll just say it's one of the best out there for security. Very easy to use functionality wise, especially when you have a guy like Mike over here. And number 3 is that it is something that's a lot more cryptos can be downloaded on this cold storage wallet, which is why the Decent Wallet is there. So you have a link for Decent Wallet as well. If you like it, you want to take a chance at it, you're going to love it. It's also discounted with the link below on the streaming apps of your Facebook, Instagram. I think Instagram you can't click on. YouTube, yada, 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 Rumble, and Spotify, and everywhere else.
You know what I love about that Decent too is you can literally trade in and out of certain cryptos, which is really, really cool. So Dave and I were talking about one crypto, and I bought it through BitTrue at the time. You can't buy it through BitTrue now. It's not on Uphold, but I did see that it was something on there that you can
On the Decent Wallet.
You can exchange into or out of. So, you might have some options.
There's a lot of things you can do within the crypto background and platforms. You just need to do your research and learn how to do it. If you're not sure what you're doing, double, triple check, ask somebody, because you don't want to lose your crypto by making a mistake, right?
Which is why I don't recommend staking and using some of these DeFi protocols that exist right now, because yes, you can make a lot of money, but you can also lose it. So nobody's going in there putting in all their money. They're doing a small percentage of what they have, so they're not risking their big bag.
So first of all, I want to thank my wife Valerie out there who's watching our show today, which is my wife, my princess. She is the wings beneath my wings. She was fantastic this weekend. We had a big bunch of family that came to visit, and we loved having everybody here. It was so nice to have them. And thank you, Val, for being such a rock star. With that being said, I'm going to get into it with the HBAR Hedera hash graph. What if the world's biggest companies like Google, IBM, Boeing already backed a crypto project? Would that be of interest to you? I think so. It would have some value in it, just knowing that these major companies are involved with such an important crypto.
That's one of the reasons why we're talking about it today. It's to really try to solidify your beliefs in another crypto besides the XRP. You can follow us all day long on the XRP stuff, but there's certain ones that are just so entrenched in the business world that we think that you need to know about it, because they're the ones that are going to be here long.
You need to know because you need to know. And if you don't know, then you don't know, and you don't have a chance and opportunity to grow.
Yep.
I think just rhymed.
There you go. Another Dave.
Davism?
Yeah, I couldn't think of it, but yeah, that works.
The project is HBAR. It could change how business and blockchains collide forever. I want to welcome you all to the show and be a part of this exciting day. The hidden giant of crypto. Why Hedera Hashgraph is different from a normal blockchain. The beginning of HBAR. It founded in 2018, not too long ago. We're talking about 7 years ago. Excuse me. Created by Dr. Lehman Baird and Mance Harmon.
We were wondering earlier beforehand on whether or not this was an American technology.
Now it sounds.
We never got the answer on that, did we? We sort of.
I'm gonna guess not.
I wouldn't go based on the name.
It could be wrong. Yeah, you're right. It's true.
We're in America right now. We're in the melting pot of the world.
We are definitely in the melting pot of the world. For sure.
I wouldn't be surprised, but we can check on that.
Instead of using blockchain, Hedera uses hashgraph technology, a faster, more energy efficient system. Yeah. Governance by the Hedera Governing Council, which includes major global companies like Google, IBM, Boeing, Deutsche Telekom. Am I saying that right?
No.
Deutsch.
But this is the whole reason of this.
When I said that out loud, I said Deutsch.
The whole reason of this podcast was to spend it on these people.
Yes.
This is sort of, sort of moved
my
over. My
humblest apologies to the Deutsche Telekom company. God, I didn't mean to call you guys douches, by no means at all. Standard Bank, LG, Dell, and more. What is HBAR? HBAR is a native token of Hedera hash
Why don't we
graph.
talk a little bit about these members?
All right, let's talk about these members.
Yeah, because that's, I mean,
The governing council.
the governing council, I mean, is the key for everything that they do. So as far as I'm concerned, if you understand who's in the council, then nothing else really matters. And
That's
it
a good
doesn't
point.
really matter even how the blockchain
Who the major
or,
players are.
huh?
Who the major players are making decisions.
Well, these are the ones. These are the council members. So I mean, let's just talk about that for a minute because I think it's just so key. Like Google, okay?
Well, let's just mention one more thing over here. The council is composed of leading global organizations across industries and regions, up to 39 members total.
That's the governing council.
Yes, with lifetime member Swirls, creator of the hash graph, plus term limitations. I'm sorry, term limitations. I can't talk.
Yeah, you
Term
said it.
limited institutions. Sorry about that, guys.
So Dave wants to read and I want to talk.
Let's talk and read. Let's read and talk. I
So-
want to go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you
You-
didn't talk about Google. It's the best thing here.
100%. Google is massive. The fact that Google is in the player of Hedera hash graph, HBAR,
They're not just on the council.
they're using it.
They're also they're using, but they're running their own node. So you have
You have to explain what a node is.
Sure, I'd be happy to. Well, I mean, the nodes basically is the operating system that's actually working around the world with all the rest of the networked computers that are actually validating the hash graph.
Yeah.
So I mean, Google is just absolutely enormous. So
That is fact. Google is enormous.
why would you even think that this is not going to be an absolutely steal at 23 to 24 cents today?
Could you imagine owning a piece of Google, what Google is in charge of, what Google's running at 23 cents a coin? Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
If you were to buy Google when Google first came out, right? If you only knew, and today you know that Google is one of the key players in the development and activity of HBAR.
Yep.
And you can buy this at 23 cents. Do you think Google invests its time, money, energy, and uses a product that isn't something of some serious value? Do you see Google talking about that publicly? No.
Never.
You know why? Do you know why?
I don't know
Because
why.
right now, everything's on the down low. But pretty soon, you're going to see Google advertising HBAR. Want to make a bet? You heard it first here.
Okay.
You will see Google talking about HBAR. You'll hear IBM, Boeing.
Yeah, I mean, spend just a minute. I mean, IBM is absolutely enormous.
Enormous.
Yeah, I mean, you could just read through them quickly, but I just really want to read through them slowly
Really?
and talk about it because it's at Boeing. Boeing is like the largest airplane manufacturer in the world. It's got to be up there, and they're on the council. So what do they know that they're actually
What are they
guiding
They-
HBAR?
They know the technology of HBAR and how important it is to the ecosystem of its technology and how it runs, that helps run the systems of Boeing and IBM and Google, how valuable they are, with how at speed they can carry information, transport what they need to get from A to B, and at that same point at such a cheap cost with the speed.
Yep.
And you have something, again, you have a chance to invest in that is in the governing council. It's like the members of Congress, right? It's the members of Congress in HBAR.
Yeah.
And these
Yeah,
guys
that's
are
a good way to
involved
look at it.
financially and emotionally in HBAR, and you can buy that for 23 cents a coin.
Yeah.
Not for long.
Yeah.
Because when you see them advertising it at some point in the future, you know that coin is going to be significantly higher
Absolutely.
and have a lot more emotional value, not to mention financial value.
Yep.
Hitachi America joined in early 2024, aiming to use Hedera for industrial and supply chain applications.
So think about that for a second. Supply chain applications. So how they're moving all of their supplies in order to be able to make Hitachi, either their final product. I don't know if they're talking about their final product or if they're talking about their cost of whatever it is to make the goods to be able to do it. But I mean, think about it. I mean, this is so much bigger than what you and I even realize.
Facts.
What we can do, because
Facts.
we don't even understand how they're scaling and using this HBAR to run their businesses going forward.
It is definitely something, as we begin to talk about you're just talking about it and we know about it,
right,
but reading about it and then talking about it and understanding it and seeing it happen. And we haven't seen it happen because nobody talks about it other than we're talking about it here.
Right.
And if you go and you look on YouTube and you type in HBAR, you're going to see a lot more information about HBAR, what it is, and what people are talking about it. Very important, very, very important point for obviously so many reasons.
Yeah.
Roles and contributions of the members, while we're talking about the governing council, the people who are basically running the show, HBAR, right?
Yeah.
Council member shares equal governance authority, contributing in several key areas: proposals, protocol upgrades, and technical decisions.
Yeah, so it's over their heads, over our head. You can just
Right.
move right on.
Treasury and economics manage the global treasury and setting transaction prices via the Coin Economics and Treasury Management Committee. Again, a lot of heavy stuff over here.
There.
Term limits and governance structure. Most council members serve 3-year terms, renewable once the rotation, with rotation encouraged to diversify representation.
That's huge.
I like that.
That's huge. We don't even have that in our government.
That's right.
And we need it. We've been talking about that forever.
Absolutely.
We've been talking term limits. We don't want old, staley.
They want
people.
New and improved, knowledgeable people continue to run and be a part of what the HBAR stands for.
Yep.
And that means that it's obviously looks at value from creativity and knowledge.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely. I think that's awesome.
Very, very, very. There's a lot more stuff here. I'll let you jump into stuff if you want to go to that thing there. I can come back to that one. I'm going to go into here. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Transaction fees, super low, fractions of a cent. Very important. When you think about crypto and what the technology of crypto does, and the coins that have to get burned in order to be used, there are fractions of cents cost to these companies in order for them to process information, move along money, information, etc., which is why every major, massive, huge corporation, who are the wealthiest of all corporations, do they want to spend more or less? They want to spend less. They want better technology. And by them using the HBAR, they're able to save millions of dollars and trillions of dollars, probably daily. And that's why they're using it. And we as a local people here have no idea about what HBAR is.
Yep. I just heard that they just did a vote on changing those fees, and they kept them less than a penny. But that was something that went out. Once again, it goes out to the whole thing, the whole group of 29 members, and they 39 members, and they literally voted on what the fee should be for it. So clearly they want it cheap because they're using it or going to be using it.
Staking to help secure the network. Fuel for D apps built on Hedera. Speed can handle 10,000 transactions per second.
10,000.
Wow.
What does XRP handle?
1,700.
I think it was a little lower than that. I think it was around 1,500. I think is where it was.
So 10,000 transactions per second. Wow. That's amazing. That's information moving fast. That's tremendous amounts of information, and also financial, and also whatever else they're moving.
Yep, absolutely.
Energy efficiency, one of the greenest cryptos, tiny carbon footprint compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Real world examples. Avery Dennison /ATMA.io, tracking billions of supply chain items, shoes, food, clothing.
That's like what we were talking about before, but once again, it's what we don't even understand, that they're tracking shoes, food, and clothing around the globe through their supply management systems of whatever they're doing. They're using HBAR in order to do it. It's mind-boggling to think that they're using a piece of a token or whatever to help track their supply chain stuff around the world. I don't understand how it works. I've been following crypto for nearly 5 years. I don't understand how it works, but I love the fact of how it's going to be used.
Absolutely. Shinhan Bank of South Korea is using Hedera for international payments. UBS and Standard Bank tokenization and financial settlements tests. Hedera NFTs, eco-friendly NFTs minted on Hedera, artists and enterprises prefer low cost minting.
I think that bank is also working with the XRP ledger. So I think what's going to end up happening is you're going to see like Hedera is going to be working with XRP together. It's not going to be, it's not going to be monolithic where it's only going to be one. You're going to see multiples, and they're all going to be working with each other behind the scenes. And you're never even going to know
what's happening.
What's happening. Yeah. You're just going to own a piece of the rails.
Piece of the rails.
Yep. You're going to own a piece of the rails, and you're going to earn, long-term residual income. That's my expectations behind the scenes.
I would agree with you 100%. Healthcare and government, secure patient data sharing, land registries, etc. So we're going to see doctors, hospitals, passing. Again, today, if you go to the doctor's office, they still fax, right? They still fax everything because of what's the word they call it? My wife can really answer this, but it's
come on, Val.
What's it mean when you have information? They don't want people to.
HIPAA.
HIPAA. There you go, HIPAA. So because of HIPAA, right? You have the faxing being used still. Now you're going to be using the blockchain for HIPAA. You don't need faxes anymore. Faxes might be extinct at some part.
They're getting there.
I'm surprised. I'm always surprised when I hear the word, fax machine. The huge future of HBAR, positioned as an enterprise-grade public ledger. Businesses trust it because of the governing council, right? The governing council, 39 members, major players in the industry who are spending millions and trillions of dollars. Thank you for joining us over here. There's a lot of noise online stating that Bitcoin D. He's a big Bitcoin guy, I think, over here. When you say the Bitcoin D, help me out what that means, please.
I don't know.
Give us a little more about that, please. We'll get back onto it over here for you. Let's see. The future of HBAR, positioned as an enterprise-grade public ledger. Businesses trust it because of the governing council. Perfect for tokenization, real estate, bonds, carbon credits, and supply chain. Well, real estate is what we do. So we know that HBAR is going to be a major player in the information process, the information highway of real estate, mortgages. I mean, that's huge.
Absolutely. It's another one. It's going to go right there with the XRP ledger and everybody else.
Oh, here we go. There's a lot of, so on YouTube is following us here. It says, there's a lot of noise online stating that Bitcoin doesn't have any value comparing to XRP. And they're advertising Bitcoin holders to sell their Bitcoin in the high in this.
Well, I think that's basically what's been going. Supposedly, some of the whales on the Bitcoin over the last week or so have been dropping out of their Bitcoin, and they were buying the Ethereum. And that's one of the reasons why Ethereum just hit an all-time high.
Well, so they're just kind of bouncing it around. It's just a matter of time how much they own of XRP and how much more XRP they're going to be buying, I think. Bull run, what do you think? Oh, bull run's coming. It doesn't feel like it because you see the crypto market, dropping and dropping and dropping. But, before a bull run, what happens? Things go down, right? You're giving more people a chance to buy in,
Yeah.
And then typically what happens is the not so excited people or knowledgeable people, I'll say like that. How about, I'm going to say this, the people who are not knowledgeable and paying attention, they don't buy it because it's going down. They say, I'm going to buy it when it goes up. And then
They're
they buy
chasing the green
they-
candles.
right.
This is what they do.
You want to buy when the time is low, not when not when we're high.
Yeah.
I got let's see, individualistic. Oh my God, my eyes. Individualistic. It's a big one over there. I can't. Individualistic. Best viewers on Streambo.com. I guess he's on Streambo. All right. Well, we appreciate you everybody jumping in over here. This is good stuff. We like to have our people. Kind of, where are you from, my friend, if you don't mind? What part of the country or the world are you in? We always like to find out where our social media people are coming in on. With low fee, speed, and green profile, HBAR could become default system of governments and corporations. The future catalyst, CBDC pilots, growing DeFi ecosystems on Hedera, partnerships with Fortune 500 companies expanding. We already know they're there because we got Google, Boeng. I mean, like what IBM. I mean, Fortune 500 is an understatement. Let's see. Summarize over here for you. HBAR equals fast, green, enterprise-backed, and built real-world utility. We're going to encourage your listeners. So if you don't own HBAR already and you haven't done your research, this is the time to do it. HBAR, HBAR.
You don't even need to do any research. You know, Google's using it. If Google's using it, that's as good as it goes. As far as I'm concerned, they're on the council. I mean, that's like a stamp. That's a stamp of approval right there.
I agree with you 100%.
You know, that's, say nothing about everybody else that we named earlier. So
every week we come on, we try to educate you guys as much as possible, to teach you so you learn, listen, like. If you watch what we're doing and you enjoy it, please give us a like. Let us know what you're thinking out there. We love hearing all about you out there. I got Mr. E. We're getting beaten down hard. You are not kidding, Mr. E. But you know what?
Buy more.
That's exactly right, my friend. This is the time to swallow it up little by little, bit by bit, as much as you can add, because it's happening. It's going to happen.
You know, the podcast that we did last Friday, we were talking about how, buying when there's blood in the streets and stuff like that. We're not even really seeing blood in the streets, to be honest with you. We're not seeing, the reductions that we've seen in the crypto market when it gets bad. I mean,
Hold on. HBAR was 13 cents about 3 months ago. HBAR. Okay. XRP was, where we were. We were at $2 and change for like how long? And now we're at $3 and change.
I think it was as high, it hit 340, right?
Right.
And then it pulled all the way back down to 280 today. So yeah, okay, I could see you saying, especially if you bought at the high.
Do you know what I'll say to you guys is very important? We talk about this all the time. We're not day traders. We're buying for the long term. And the long term to us is 5 to 10 years.
5, 10.
The big picture here is if you're buying now and you're investing and you're learning and you're listening, again, do your research. We are not financial advisors. We're not financial people in your life. We're your friends, real estate agent, mortgage broker. We love our jobs. We do it every day of the week. As a matter of fact, leaving here, going to meet clients to help them find a home for their dreams and make them very happy. We love that. It makes us feel very good. This is like a philanthropic thing for Mike and I. We're doing this to get you guys out there who are listening and learning to learn and watch and see what's not happening around you. You don't see it. Your head is faced that way. They're pushing you to the left, and on the right, magic is happening. But you don't know it because you're just focusing on the front, in the middle of you. You have no idea what's happening. You got to keep your eyes and ears open and listen and learn. David Lamel here, Michael Cristoforo, Intro to Crypto. Thank you so much for joining us every week. We won't see you Friday. Holiday weekend. We're going to take Friday off. We will see you the following 1 week from today, Monday. All right. Thank you so much for joining us again every week. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.